Hi, this is Jim from the B Team Podcast. As our regular listeners know, I do some farming. By farming, of course, I mean we have 6 chickens, a rabbit, and a few turkeys. Well, not unlike Liam Neeson, I've developed a certain set of skills. One of those is the ability to understand and interpret the calls and gesticulations of the American white-breasted turkey. Today, I brought in our male turkey, Tom, to demonstrate. I thought this would be appropriate for our Thanksgiving show, so here we go. Now, it's important to remember, I can recognize what it is that Tom is, quote, saying, unquote, but there's no indication that he can understand me. Okay, Tom, I'm ready to interpret for the world. Well, Tom, you're welcome. I'm happy you like it. He thanked me for the quality and quantity of the food I've been providing. Anything else? Oh, okay. He says he has a few complaints he'd like to address. Well, yeah, Tom, I guess. It's the internet, so everybody in the world can hear it, I guess. Why? Oh, I'm sorry, Tom. He said there needs to be a little more heat in the barn. I can certainly understand. More light, too. Got it. Could you slow down just a little? I want to make... Wait, what? No longer tolerate the treatment of your kind? What are you getting at? Please, Tom, slow down. Pagan ritual? Tom, what are you... Do you mean Thanksgiving? Rise up? What on earth could you mean, rise up? Oh my God, Tom, is that a gun? How did you get a... Hannah, get the kids, we gotta get out. From Bad Monkey Studios in beautiful Amish country, heard throughout these fabulous United States and around the globe on the World Wide Web, this is the B Team with Cory and Jim. So I figure it like this. We have a new president. It's time to move on. Offer our support, our prayers, and just get at it.
Man.
It's done. Now, I know that there's a segment of society out there who says, well, sure, that's easy for you to say because you're an old white guy.
Right, yeah.
You know, the ball's back in your court after being in charge.
But did it ever leave? That's the thing, you know. I mean, he was saying that. I'm like, America's like 80% white. I don't know what. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, but do you apologize for that? Am I supposed to spend my entire life cycle? I only get one life. Am I supposed to spend my entire life cycle apologizing and being sorry for being a white guy?
No.
Is that what people are asking me to do?
I don't think so. I think it's just. I think most of the outrage is coming from just the kind of the ridiculous human being that Trump has made himself out to be, if you will, just by shit he says and does.
Well, you never know what Trump you're going to get. There's Trump, the salacious schoolboy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's Trump, the business tycoon. I don't want to hear anything from anybody. I know how I want it done.
Right.
You know, we'll use mortar instead of mud, and that's it.
Right.
You know,
mm-hmm.
And then is there Trump the statesman? Is it in there?
I think so. Well, I think you had a little bit of that in his speech when he won. You know, after his little speech,
he sounded like a president to me.
Right. That was now. Maybe that's not what he wanted to say. You know, maybe he wanted to get up there and really do it up, but all of his people were like, no, stick to the cue cards, bro. Yeah. That's all you got to do. Just read that and then walk off the stage.
Because you could see him.
For sure.
Putting the thumbs in the ears and waggling his fingers and going, blah, 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 blah. I did this.
Somebody wise told him, if you do that, you're going to start Civil War number 2. Yeah. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But, yeah, we're all, you know.
It's a little weird right now, man. This is weird.
Yeah.
In the country, I'm talking about just the tone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It seems there's a lot of division, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So maybe things will go differently than most people think. Well,
someone interesting who, well, the millennials think that he's the end-all, beat-all in comics, and a Chappelle. Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah.
He was back on Saturday Night Live. He
Yeah.
came back out. There's a little more to him. He's a little heavier than I remember him being.
They started lifting some weights, man.
Yeah, he has.
Some weight.
Yeah, he has. But you know, I'm not going to say he said it best, but he said he kind of echoed my thought, and that is, let's give the guy a chance.
Oh, sure.
You know?
I think everybody's reaction, or what has been the reaction so far, has been a little bit, I don't even know what the word to use, maybe excessive, but it's just, to me, it's just so odd. It's never happened with anybody before that in my lifetime. I mean, I'm only 30 almost, but so I haven't seen a lot to begin with, but
well, it's always been politicians. It's always been
right. I mean, it's just so weird though, man. Yeah. Like just the way, to me, it's just funny. Like, and I think people are like hypersensitive to it because I'll see people who are like, they'll talk about Trump winning the presidency and everything, and then they'll get like emotional or they'll start crying about stuff. And I'm like, yeah, he hasn't even had a day in office. I was like, what are you upset about? Like, nothing has changed to this point. I was like, granted, there's plans of all this stuff to get changed or fixed or what, fixed in quotation marks. But nothing has happened yet other than he's been elected. Yeah. Like, I think people also think that when they have the politicians go up there, they'll make all these promises. Like, Obama made a lot of promises, too, that never came to fruition because he got in office and all these people with dollars were like, well, this is what you're going to do. Yeah. It's not what you want to do. This is what we're going to pay, essentially, to have done. And that's what it is. I mean,
let's remember, he is a figurehead.
Right.
That people have their checks and balances
always
in place.
Always.
So enough about that. I'm done.
Yeah.
With that. It's over. Like I said, it's easy for me to say.
For at least 4 years, it's a wrap. For at least 4 years, it's a wrap.
Yeah, it is. It could be entertaining. It could give us a lot of fodder for the show.
Absolutely.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah. There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
Because their ass is getting grabbed.
Dare I say Lewinsky part deux? Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
He sold himself to a lot of people as a family man. His family surrounded him.
Man. When you got like a supermodel wife, not too tough
to stay home.
Be.
Easy to stay home.
Man.
You going to the club? Hell no. Here, let me show you a quick picture.
Bruh. Yeah, I'm good. Do it up, though. Buy a round on me. Slap a hundy. Well, shit, in New York, that won't be nothing.
This is our Thanksgiving show.
The Gobble Day special.
Did you realize that?
I didn't.
Nope.
Dude, you said it. But we know that my moniker is preparedness. I come to bring the heat every time.
The only tattoo you have says what?
I don't even know because it's on my back.
Be prepared.
I was hammered when I got it, so I don't.
It says, "Where's my car,
dude?" Bro. Yeah. So, Turkey Day, man. I feel like it's quickly becoming the holiday that's getting left in the dust.
Yeah, well, because Halloween is such a big deal to a lot of people now.
Yeah, and then
that's getting bigger and bigger.
It's the second most lucrative holiday.
Yeah. And then we just kind of gloss over Thanksgiving now.
Halloween is this Christmas season, man.
Yeah.
I mean, say what you want, like, oh no, Thanksgiving, like, nah.
No,
it's just a meal that people get together for, and that's about it. Like, realistically, I mean, there's football.
Yeah,
but
Black Friday is now the first one after Halloween. Is Black Friday now instead of the day
it's gonna
after
take it's going to take over. That's going to become the new Thanksgiving, to be Black Friday.
Thanksgiving is just now over. We still have a huge bowl of candy upstairs, and it's fresh.
Halloween.
What did I say?
So Thanksgiving is just now over. I was like, it hasn't even begun. Like, bro, and you're doing it too.
Yeah,
you're part of the system. You son of a. You sold out.
I tried to slip that past. It's done, man.
We
still have candy.
I still been grabbing a few little niblets here and there.
Yeah, and they're already and the stores are full of Christmas stuff.
Yeah, I know. Well, they were. It seemed like even during Halloween, I was seeing like people prepping with Christmas decorations. Yeah, I was like, you got to be kidding me, man. I was like, phew.
Well, we shared memories of Halloween, and we both in the past have shared memories about Christmas.
Right.
But I don't have a lot of Thanksgiving memories. Everybody's got the drunk uncle.
Yeah.
There's,
in some cases, you are the drunk uncle.
you know,
if you don't have one, it's you.
I have been the drunk uncle
on
Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
I
haven't had the opportunity. My brother doesn't have any. Well, one of my brothers does, but we never get together at Thanksgiving. So.
Oh yeah. Oh.
However,
sad.
though, I've been the drunk cousin.
Yeah.
At Christmas parties. So, kind of the drunk uncle.
Yeah, but I don't have any real.
I've talked
memories.
about mine. The couple were revolved around the football game that I played afterward. It involved some alcohol. Turkey bowl, baby.
Is that something you have to get lined up? Is that something you're working on now, or it just?
Oh no, yeah, we do. It's
organic. It just happens.
It's a little of both. You have kind of like your staple of dudes that do it every year, and we usually will. Well, there's kind of like there's two guys that run it, sort of, and they'll send out kind of like a message a couple months in advance. They'll send it to like 20-some guys. Now, early on, the diehards, they'll be like, the day they get it, accept. Like, we'll be there. Yeah. You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, why did you even send this to me?
Yeah, like, come on, man. You don't need to, because I'm coming.
I'm offended that you sent this.
Bro, for real. So you'll have like 6, maybe 5, 6, 7 dudes that'll do that. They'll be automatic. And then they might tell a guy or somebody else to hear about it. I'm like, that sounds fun, man. You mind if I join in? That kind of thing. And that's where the organic side comes in. Mm-hmm. So the weakest year we had, it was down to like maybe 8 guys in total showed up. So it was like a 4-on-4 game. And so because it was relegated to like where I went to high school, it was usually just alumni that were playing the game.
All right.
So in order to keep the game alive, I had to call in some, the next year I had to call in some non-alumni, some ringers, if you would, to come in and boost it up. And it's helped. It's brought it back to fruition. And it's
RG3.
Look, I don't want to name drop.
Manziel's not doing anything. There's your drunk uncle.
Listen, speculation aside, just because Peyton's not playing for the Broncos doesn't mean he ain't slinging the pink skid, okay? That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
Man, you get Peyton to show up. Could you give me a quick ring?
Yeah, I'll call you.
I got a couple things I want him to sign.
Hey, man, let me get on that Budweiser contract.
Papa John.
I know they're paying you, brother. So, yeah, but I'm the same way, though, man. I don't really have a lot of Thanksgiving.
Some memories I do have about Thanksgiving are mostly based on the movies I watch.
Every year
around the holiday season. Do you have any favorite?
We talked about this
specifically Thanksgiving,
but I can't for the life of me think of, like, I'll usually start doing Christmas movies, around that month, like towards the end of November into December. But
after Thanksgiving Day, that's my rule. But it's already been broken. My wife was watching Christmas movies on Halloween night.
Wow, that's bold. To me, that's a slap in the face. If you don't watch Halloween,
what's that channel?
Hallmark or Lifetime, the Man Hater channel. That's what I call that channel. Yeah, because it's always a horrible human man and is the antagonist in the movies. Always, he's just some horrible stalker guy who murders people, and it's always women.
Yeah,
but
she loves him. Dang it,
she's gonna change him. Yep. Until it's too late.
Yeah.
And then you have your Lifetime flick, man.
She was watching those on the.
That's bold.
But
I can't do
my
that,
rule,
man.
and I apparently I'm not allowed to put my foot down anymore. Thank you, Obama.
Well, first of all, you have universal health care right now. So if you're gonna put your foot down and get injured, you can get that covered.
Oh.
But yeah, you might. I mean, with your health issues, you may want to just avoid from stomping around. Too bad.
That's true.
Because you're going to end up looking like Professor X up in this, Professor Xavier wheeling around in a wheelchair.
And what Cory's talking about there is I just found out Friday that I have plantar fasciitis.
He has to get his foot chopped off. But he's going to get one of those cool bionic foots.
Nope.
Feet.
Why do you know? It's not your grammar I'm concerned with. It's the fact that it's just plantar fasciitis. It's a tendon issue. All I had to get was some insoles.
So you're going to tell me if somebody came up to you and offered you bionic feet that don't smell and that look normal, you wouldn't take it?
What do they do besides just not smell?
You can fight people. You can kick people endlessly and not feel any pain. So you could instantly become a superhero that mostly kicks.
Now hold on
Epic
there.
soccer player.
Hold on, jiu-jitsu. The kick comes from the hip.
Right.
So I'm going to need the whole thing.
No.
I can't just have a
You got
steel
muscles.
foot.
Yeah, that's the connector, though. That's what you're landing. Maybe a shin bone in there, like if you put some plates in your shins. But yeah, you're hitting with the foot, though. Yeah, your power comes from your hip, but
well, if I'm getting
touching,
fully loaded.
What's touching? Oh, yeah. Sure. I mean, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it big.
Yeah.
If you're going to go into debt to get some bionic feet, you might as well get bionic legs, too.
Okay.
Super speed, the whole nine. You be able to jump really high. You be able to dunk for the first time in your life.
Nice.
I know. That's not awesome.
Yeah, I would.
To people that
can't
dunk, dunking sounds so cool.
And I would just do Billy Jack all day.
Yeah.
I'd be Billy Jack all day. I'm going to kick you on the left side of your face with this foot, and there's not a damn thing you're going to do about it.
And then you do it. Then you follow.
And then just do it. Whoopsh, 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 whoopsh.
And you reach in their pocket with your foot, pull out their wallet, take all their money out. Like, thanks.
Fan it out.
With your bionic toes. Yeah. You're like, you're welcome. Tell your friends.
Give them that little squeeze on the nose.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving movies. Number one for me. My number one favorite. And not just Thanksgiving. I'll watch this bad boy year round. But I absolutely will watch it around the Thanksgiving time.
It's a holiday movie.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Automobiles.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Steve Martin and John Candy.
Solid duo.
A big fave.
Very, very good movie.
Oh, my
it's
goodness.
Funny. It's hilarious.
This is no joke, Cory. I have, without doubt, I have seen that because I had it on VHS, owned it on VHS. That's how far back.
Wow.
I now have it on DVD. But
do you have it on Blu-ray? Yeah.
I don't.
Digital download.
Is it in the cloud? I have to pull it out of the cloud. No doubt. 60 times.
Wow.
60 times.
You think so? For sure.
Bet. Easy. I'm probably on the low side.
You think so? Really? Wow.
I truly do.
Do you think that you've seen it so much you could quote it like verbatim?
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. Not like yeah. That's it. Just not action and then me start.
You start giving the whole screenplay.
Yeah.
Medium shot it.
Exterior day.
Yeah, no, it's a super funny movie. One of my favorite scenes in that film is when John Candy and him are driving on the wrong side of the highway. Mm-hmm. It's the best thing ever because the people are honking at him, and John Candy's making fun of him like they're drunk. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's so good, man.
Because, Steve Martin is so good, and he's so good in that because John Candy's character says, what are they saying? They're saying we're going the wrong way. Well, how the hell do they know where we're going? Yeah. And Steve Martin is like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because that's like me. I could easily be talked into that way of thinking like, no, yeah. How do they know where we're going? Oh, it is good. So good.
Subtleties, man.
So good.
It makes for awesome movies.
When they get stopped by what's his name? The cop. He's in Better Call Saul now. He plays Jimmy's older brother.
I got nothing.
Oh,
I got nothing. I usually don't do well with names.
He was Lenny
in Of Mice and Men.
Nope. Lenny and Squiggy, Laverne and Shirley.
But I got nothing. I don't know.
Doggone it.
I don't know. I couldn't
Christopher Guest uses him all the time in his little mockumentaries. Dog, I can't.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
I got you. But I don't.
I'm going to feel foolish when I remember it. But anyway, he stops them, and he goes through the whole cop spiel. And they're sitting there. The thing's smoking. There's no skin left on the car. It's all just a frame. You feel this vehicle is safe for operation on the highways? Yes, I do. And then he explains why. It's just so good. Phenomenal.
Yes, it is a really, really good movie.
Home for the Holidays.
I've not seen
that. A little less known, but really good. It's more of a thought provoker. I don't want to say quieter because the family's kind of on top of each other, but it's just that it's all talking. There's not a lot of action, it's just them at a house having Thanksgiving
drama. It's like
dinner
a drama
and,
movie,
and
dramatic.
Their talk. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, it is, but it is really good. Holly Hunter, Robert Downey Jr. are in that one, and it's good.
I'll have to watch it.
Stuff.
I've not seen it.
Now, one that a lot of people don't realize is a Thanksgiving movie, Dutch.
Never seen
with your boy Ed O'Neill.
I love me some Ed O'Neill though.
Yeah,
but I have not seen.
It's
Dutch.
Based around Thanksgiving time, and
I'll have to watch that too because I like Ed O'Neill. Dude's rock solid.
Yeah,
black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Black belt. Recently got it, and he's what is he 60 something?
He's older. Yeah, he's older.
Yeah,
but he's been doing
he started. No, he started. No. He is older because he started when he was 50.
Yeah. He didn't.
And it took him 20 years to get it, so he's 70.
Yeah.
And I don't think you'd want to take a shot from him today.
He's a big dude.
Yeah, he looks strong. I mean, he looks
for his age,
like an old guy. Yeah. He looks like he's an old guy looking, but there's something when you see him, you're like.
Well, he used to play football. I'm
what?
Collegiately. He used to play football.
Oh,
I don't think professionally, but he used to play collegiately football. I'm pretty sure.
Do you remember where?
I want to say it was an East Coast school, but I don't know that for a fact. For some reason, I'm thinking Pittsburgh, but I don't think that's correct. I'm almost positive though that it was an East Coast school. I'm going to look it up.
I am going to look that up.
I'm looking it up right now. We got internet.
I'll do it.
I got time. For all this bullshit.
Grumpy Old Men. I know you've seen.
Yeah. Well, my dad liked that movie, so I've seen that for sure.
I love that movie.
You know what?
It stands up today, though.
Sure, because it's those two together, Odd Couple.
Man.
You know.
Oh my gosh.
You have that history of them working together.
Yeah.
Not only is their chemistry really good on screen.
Yeah.
But they have that like old school
that pattern,
like vaudevillian almost.
Yes.
They can do the quick wit and physical comedy is on point as well, even for their age at that time.
No doubt about it.
It's a really, really good movie.
Rock solid.
Yeah, super.
We're talking about Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon, Grumpy Old Men.
Yeah, man.
So good. And what's
really
her name, man? Still killing it, looking good. And not Anne Margaret? Anne Margaret. Right?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
gorgeous.
know.
Beautiful. I'm sure that's who that is. Another one that you may not realize was a Thanksgiving movie.
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt you.
Go.
He went to on a football scholarship to Ohio University, then transferred to Youngstown State, so he's out of Ohio. And he was drafted as a free agent by the Steelers in '69 and was cut in training camp. So he did make it to the pros briefly.
No, hey, that's
legit,
closer to the pros than I've ever been in anything.
Yeah, that means you're pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You may not be the best of the best, bro, but you're
you got invited. Good. You got invited to the party.
You got your shot. You know what I mean? So yeah, crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
But yeah,
it is. He's had an awesome career.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
I still enjoy watching him. Still funny.
Oh, absolutely.
He's still
absolutely
getting
hilarious.
it done. Son-in-law, Pauly Shore.
I've seen.
Remember the girl?
Yes, I've seen.
The girl comes home from school for Thanksgiving,
and it's she brings him, right?
Yeah.
He's the boyfriend.
Pretend. Yeah, he's the boy. He's the pretend boyfriend that turns into the real boyfriend, and it is a train wreck from beginning to end.
Most of his movies are.
Yeah,
Pauly Shore.
Well, because I would like to take my thumb, right or left, I don't care which one, and push on his windpipe until I hear it like pop,
He
like
could be a great human being. He might just be a bad comedian. He's just all over the place, man. He's got his own style. That's just. I feel like you went a little aggressive.
I came in a little hot at points.
Maybe meet him first. You know, then if he starts chucking babies out a window, sure, choke him out all you want. You know what I mean?
All right.
But I think we should just ease up.
I'm gonna take it.
Let me give you a little rub.
Breath. Okay,
huh?
That's good. All right. Well, let me. All right. That's pretty good stuff right there.
The Blind Side.
Blind Side, Sandy Bullock.
That's not a bad movie. It's not a bad movie.
No. Pretty solid, but that's based around Thanksgiving time. Well, they have a big Thanksgiving meal. It's not just about Thanksgiving time, but there's some, give thanks.
References.
Dude. Give thanks, dude. You got a house.
Yeah, that dude that got
some rich white people fell in love with you.
Yeah, good for that guy. Good for that dude. Well, and he made the best of it. Dude,
Michael Orr still playing,
still getting it done.
Yep.
So good for him, man. That's tough too, man.
Any Thanksgiving movies that I missed that you're aware of?
I'm sure that you've missed a bunch, but
no, there really are.
I can't.
I mean, Alice's Restaurant is one. That's one I mentioned last year that you were like, "What? Who? Arlo Guthrie?" But I thought if I put that on there again, he's going to choke me out.
No, yeah,
But I'm not sure you could choke me out now. See this T-shirt I'm wearing?
I see it.
What's that say right there? Well, they're not paying us, so mix it up.
It's just a thumbs up, and it says
it rhymes with
Thanet Plitness. Huh? You like that?
Yep. The purple place, I call it. Because
Purple
they don't pay us
leaders.
anything.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're paying them.
I'd mention them on the show if they just gave me a free $10 a month membership. I'd mention them on the show.
Well, sure, because you're getting something out of it. You know,
such a hoe.
Faux show. But you got to be. In this biz, you got to be a little bit of a hoe.
We are going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. O'Brien Medicine. When you care about people, you create relationships, trust, and loyalty that no amount of money can buy. When you care about people, you are truly making a difference in their lives. Better health and wellness through medical and alternative treatments makes our patients' lives better. O'Brien Medicine, offering same-day appointments and flexible scheduling to meet your needs. O'Brien Medicine, tailored treatment options including nutrition, exercise, and medical interventions. Find out more at o'brienmedicine.com or call 614-344-7601. O'Brien Medicine, home of the same-day appointment.
Hi, this is Emma Woods. Check out my book Beast and Savages and listen to the B Team with Cory and Jim.
And we are back.
I got some news.
I see you got some news, and I'm actually I'm intrigued.
Are you now?
Yeah.
Well, we have some options. We can do them all. Do none of them. That's up to you. You make the call. Top Chef reveals the 5 popular dishes you should never order in a restaurant.
Did they mention who the chef was?
Yes. Bourdain.
Oh, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What did he say? What's he got going on?
All right. Even if you're the most jaded person in the world, there's still something about eating out which retains a glimmer of excitement. At least we hope so. Going to a restaurant with all the positive associations of food, booze, friends, and celebrations should be fun. But as it turns out, it's also a potential minefield. That's one of your favorites. You used to say that to me all the time. Come on, Jimmy, that's a minefield. Here's 5 you may want to skip next time you're treating yourself to some slap-up fare. Number 1, fish on a Monday. Speaking to the Daily Mail, celebrated chef Anthony Bourdain offered some surprising pointers, one of which was ordering a seafood dish at the beginning of the week. Did you know about that? See, I don't eat seafood.
I'm not a big seafood guy either, so I'm curious to see of why you wouldn't want to do that.
Well, this is because the majority of restaurants put in their order for fresh fish on Thursdays. So by Monday, that catch is already 4 or 5 days old. Given the rapidly perishable nature of fish, it might be best to give it a wide berth at the beginning of the week. Number 2, Eggs Benedict.
Now I'm a little bit, I'm going to have to perk up here because I like Eggs Benedict.
Sad news, brunchers. The popular egg dish comes with a delicious and creamy hollandaise sauce, and it's precisely this which is the problem. Hollandaise is butter-based, and experts have suggested it therefore needs to be kept at a certain temperature in order for it to be safe to eat. This makes it tricky to store beyond a certain amount of time. Chefs also seldom make it to order. So, caution.
I will say this, though. When I worked at the country club and they would serve that, I believe they made that day of. So...
Yeah, it sounds like you really need to do that.
Well,
for safety and for
sure. I mean,
freshness.
And I think that he's a chef, and so I don't know how he's seen more crap than I have. But I would imagine that if you're good at being a chef, that you would know that too, and then would prepare accordingly.
Right,
but maybe not.
Number 3, cautionary tale: you're going off menu. You want to be careful of that. When you order off menu, you run the risk of angering both front of the house and kitchen staff. Never a good idea. Any bespoke order takes a while to jot down and longer to put together, making the whole process that little bit more frustrating and annoying. Now, I'm going off script here to tell you a little story about that. Everything I remember reading about going to restaurants and having a pleasant time at restaurants seem to center around surprises. For instance, you want to go in and say you want to say the server's name. That makes them feel good. They're not angry about that.
Sure.
And then supposedly, and it goes against what this says, they like you to say, "Hey, could you put something together for us?" Instead of ordering off the menu, saying, "Hey, could you put together some of your favorite things for us to try?" And that was supposed to make the server feel like, "Oh, I'm part of this group. This is going to be fun." And they said servers love that because they have fun with it.
Who's they?
I never thought that. I never agreed with that.
I think it just depends. It depends on the person. And it depends on the establishment. If you were to go to, a more casual place and where it's a little bit more laid back, I think you probably would do better with that environment. Like to say, what would you recommend? Or, hey, maybe throw something together like that. But you're still that's not off the menu. That's saying, hey, bring us something you think we'd like. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, you're going out on a limb there, but I think if you were in like a more formal setting or like a higher end restaurant, okay, I believe you might be, now maybe not, you'd probably ask for recommendations, and the wait staff usually at those places is very well trained, so they're going to be able to tell you what you should or shouldn't get,
right,
or what's good, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't know.
No,
it just
to
depends.
me,
I think it just depends.
As a server, it would be a nightmare for 6, 8, 10 people to walk in and say, "Hey, you put something together for us. Surprise us." I would think that was I would hate that.
I would too, for sure. Because that's like they're almost setting you up for failure because you don't know anybody. You don't know what they like.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
Like, here's some menus. Why don't you order off of that, bro? Then I'll take care of you. Like, don't just be like, all of a sudden out of the blue, say, "Hey."
Because of all those people, you can't get 3 people in a room. Well, me, for instance, I have fish allergies.
Sure.
You can, 3 or 4 people, they're going to have all kinds of things. I don't like salt. I don't like this. I don't like that. And for me to surprise you, it's with the stuff I like.
Sure. And it's Graham's birthday.
Yeah.
She's 99. Yeah. They want to see 100. You might serve her something. She don't tell you about that peanut allergy. You come out with some Muay Thai action with some peanut sauce on there. Next thing you know, she's having a heart attack in the middle of the restaurant.
Isn't that a fighting style?
Yeah. I was looking for pad thai.
Another thing you want to be careful of. Oh, here's one. Well done meat. Bleeding blue meat is not to everyone's taste, but many chefs apparently have a little trick reserved for customers to order their steak well done in order to save time. Some chefs will keep tougher cuts of meat to one side, saved for customers who prefer their meat well cooked. The assumption is, if it's already tough, they may not notice. I would hate to think a chef is really thinking like that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I can't fault them for that because I would assume, because everything that I've heard about any kind of meat, like when you're going to prepare it and eat it, that the flavor is better towards the rare end of the scale.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So, to hedge your bets, you know that there's going to be somebody that A, is afraid of pinker meat because of the
wife.
Potential.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that it's mostly females.
Mm-hmm. With mine, rip the horns off, wipe its ass, throw it on a plate, give me some A1, and then just don't bother me again.
All kinds of
unless my Pepsi Max needs filled up.
Little heater.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean that's smart in a way. I mean you're kind of hedging your bet a little bit. I mean. That and you're not going to serve everybody that comes and orders steak is not going to be like a steak connoisseur. They're not going to be like, oh well, I know what a good steak is. You know what I mean? If it tastes good, they'll be like, all right, that was good.
That's good.
You know, that's a good steak. Tastes good. You know, so I don't know. I can't say I blame them for that.
I think a few people are a little more picky these days because you go in and buy a steak and it's $35 just for the steak.
Oh, if I'm paying that. Yeah, that shit better be one of the better steaks I've ever ate in my life.
Yep.
Guaranteed.
Agreed.
Guaranteed.
And you want to watch out for this type of burger. So given the eye-watering expense of Wagyu beef, it's probably not the sort of thing a lot of people eat on a regular basis. But in case you were tempted to sample it in burger form, then you may want to think again. Because of its luxurious fatty properties and cost, it's only ever served in smaller portions. Certainly, mincing it seems like a waste to most chefs. So any Wagyu beef burger you see advertised may need to be taken with a metaphorical pinch of salt, as that may not be the whole truth. So there may be more to that expensive beef. If they're chopping it up and putting it into a hamburger, there's a reason.
Yeah, or just you're not getting all Wagyu beef.
Right.
Is what I'm getting at. Is what he's alluding to there.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they were going to use all Wagyu beef, it'd be a super expensive burger.
Yep. Yeah. This tastes like Spam.
There's some ham in this.
Let me
see this. This is some bush. This ain't Wagyu. I had Wagyu. Mm-mm.
So that's the things to look out for there.
Interesting.
When you're going out to eat.
None of those really apply to me because I don't do any of those things.
No. And I can't afford to go out on a Friday or Saturday night to
you gotta get
a restaurant that would serve any of this stuff.
You got to get that Monday, like, half off special.
Yep. Coupons. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's what this is all about. So.
Absolutely.
That's out. Hey, I got a story about a UFO if you want to hear about it.
Love me some UFOs.
Yes, you do.
You know this.
Mystery UFO falls from the sky and leaves houses shaking as it crashes into a mine.
This is the greatest thing I've ever heard.
A huge cylinder has fallen from the sky and crashed into a mine in northern Myanmar, leaving houses shaking as it landed on Earth. The massive piece of metal, which is about 4.5 meters long and 1.2 meters wide, was found in Kachin State on Thursday after locals reported hearing a loud bang. And another object made of metal that had Chinese characters on it fell through the roof of a house nearby. Fortunately, nobody was injured, according to state media. Those Chinese.
State media, yeah. 12 people end up dead. Mm-hmm.
Experts believe the metal objects may have something to do with the recent launch of an experimental Chinese satellite. Do you think so? Yeah. With Chinese writing on it.
Experts. These are experts putting that together.
China's Long March 11. What? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Long March 11. Yeah, that's the name of that thing.
China's Long March 11 rocket carrying the equipment lifted off from a Jiaquin Satellite Launch Center in the Gobi Desert on Wednesday night.
Yeah, it did.
Ugh. What are these Chinese up to? What's the Chinese?
I don't know. Don't ask the state officials. They're going to lie to you. Like, oh, nothing happened. Said all this here is just a joke.
I have to sidebar you on that. When I ask my brother, when I say, hey, man, you want to get some Chinese? He says, yeah, let's get them. Every time. That's his go-to.
Classic.
Yep. Local officials from the Defense Services said the object managed to bounce 50 meters along the earth before becoming stuck in mud, according to the Global New Light of Myanmar newspaper. The
names for their stuff is you got the Lunar Mach 7
my God.
satellite, then you got the Global New Light of Christ Myanmar newspaper. I mean, what is this?
The first church of the Gooey Death and Discount House of Worship
in Gobi Desert.
In the Gobi Desert. The air around the object was also described as acrid.
Yeah, it was.
A villager, Ko Mang Meow, told the Myanmar Times, "We were all afraid of that explosion. Initially, we thought it was a battle. The explosion made our houses shake. We saw the smoke from our village." The bizarre cylindrical object appears to be the same shape and size as part of the rocket known as a stage, according to BBC science correspondent Jonathan Amos. The parts are usually aimed at water or uninhabited areas. So far, officials have been unable to identify the object.
The most fascinating thing about this is that BBC got famous Amos as their science correspondent. That's incredible. Not only can he make cookies, but that dude knows science. Unbelievable.
He likes a crunchy cookie. Did you know that about
his cookies are pretty good.
Yeah.
His muffins are solid. No, that's Spunkmeyer I'm thinking of. That does the muffins.
Mrs. Fields.
Mrs.
Fields?
I'm not familiar.
Oh, please.
You got so angry right there.
I will come into your little
Mrs. Fields
glass cubicle.
What does she
and
make?
Beat you.
Does she make cupcakes?
Yeah, she's darn good. She makes
muffins.
Cookies. I believe.
Oh, cookies?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Is she the one?
She's super attractive.
Are they? I don't know. Well, I've never seen her, but are they the ones that are individually wrapped? Is that the one? I've had those. Okay. I don't know who makes those.
Mrs. Field.
Probably her.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Sounds right. That sounds like it's all tracking. Yeah. I don't trust a thing about that unidentified. They just come clean and say some shit blew up. Yeah. We sent something up, it blew up, didn't work out.
But we're Chinese.
Kill some people.
Nothing we ever do breaks.
They have fake Apple stores over there.
Yeah, they've made an announcement already about the new iPhone.
Oh, about counterfeit?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Rogan, man, he was talking about it on the show. They have full-blown fake Apple stores. Like, the whole thing's fake. It looks just like a real one.
Jeez.
So, but everything in there's counterfeit. There's no law against it in China.
That's wild.
That's why you never buy anything off of Amazon that says iPhone on it. Ever.
Noted.
Unless you go get that from Apple themselves.
A vegan mom's secret recipe to dodging the flu this winter uses very intimate ingredient.
Man. What the...
Yep. Are you sure you want to hear this?
I'm intrigued. You've intrigued me.
All right. Tracy Kiss.
Porn name.
Boosts her immunity with a rather unusual recipe, and it's probably not for everyone.
I'm going to say so.
As well as Christmas songs, the soundtrack to this time of year is also one of illness. Coughing, spluttering, retching, nose blowing, sneezing, a symphony of contagious bacteria making its way to an immune system near you. We're familiar with the standard measures like getting the flu jab or dosing up on vitamin C and euthanasia. Now there's another to add to the list. It might seem somewhat unpalatable, but mom of two, Tracy Kiss, swears by it. Any guesses yet?
It's going to be something gross, man. If it's another one of those placenta stories that you've got lined up.
I love the placenta story.
I don't think you did.
As a vegan personal trainer, it's probably safe to assume Tracy already knows a thing or two about looking after herself and being healthy.
Mm-mm.
But her most recent health kick has seen her create a rather unusual concoction, and she needs the help of a male
Come
friend.
on, man.
Blending together fruit,
Nope.
coconut milk, almond milk,
Get the...
Tracy also adds a dash
Come on, man.
of semen
Get the...
to this health cocktail.
You gotta be shitting me.
According to her video tutorial on her YouTube channel, and I did watch it.
I was going to say, we'll check that out. Okay, now for the secret ingredients, kids. Now you gotta stroke the shaft. Yeah.
Beauty blogger Tracy has been extolling the virtues of the semen facial for over a year. Hell, I've been pushing that since '83. It was, in fact, the advice of her beautician on how to combat her rosacea, which got her applying semen to her face.
Well, she wasn't doing the applying.
Now she's found it works
Damn.
as a beverage ingredient. Oh.
No way, though.
There's
no way.
I'd been feeling run down and had no energy. But now I'm full of beans and my mood has improved, she told The Sun. So apart from the obvious, what work goes into making one? A single friend of Tracy's brings over a container of his effluvium
Come on,
about
man.
3 times a week.
What the...
Said friend comes screened for STIs and doesn't drink, smoke, or take drugs. The taste does depend on what her helpful friend has been eating. And Tracy also adds that each batch has its own unique taste and will sometimes have it neat. She'll sometimes have it without.
For anybody who doesn't know what that means, she taking that load straight up.
From
straight from the source almost. Damn.
It's certainly an unorthodox alternative to Limsip, a brand of cold and flu remedy in the UK.
I'll say.
Holy smokes.
You can give me as much goddamn diamond tap as you want.
Now,
that is some bullshit.
I do want to tell you a little something about this. As I said, I watched Tracy's video on YouTube, her applying it. She just has this little plastic cups and she's rubbing it on her face, you know.
There's no way, man.
But
this is some
when you
trick.
see
this
Tracy, you'll think, "Oh yeah, I'm in.
I'm gonna start rubbing some jisms on my face."
No, I will
supply.
Tracy will be in my thoughts during manufacturing and packaging.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I haven't
not
seen
an unattractive lady.
This is some of the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard of in my life. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
This is the craziest fucking thing I've ever heard of.
Rubbing splooge all over your face, man.
And then putting in your kids' drinks.
Yeah.
You got a little flu, Timmy? Okay. Let me get a little bloop. let me put that. Let me just mix that in with some Nesquik. You gotta be kidding me. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Woo! What
Put that on a cracker for you, Grandma. Just put a little hot sauce on it like an oyster.
Mix that in with some peaches. It'll be just fine.
Oh. Yep. What people won't do.
That is ridiculous,
what
man.
People won't. You don't sample your own goods. Never.
Don't get high on your own supply.
Nope.
That's right. Mm-mm.
You don't do it.
Well,
yep. That was just for
that
you.
is the most ridiculous story I've ever heard in my life.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. That is the craziest shit I've ever heard of. Either she's playing the world's biggest prank, or she's one of those chicks that was like attractive in life, and everybody was just like always yes manning her the whole time. That sounds like a great idea. Yeah, jizz? Oh, sure. Pour some of that in there.
Spackle it on.
Just get in there. That's gonna take everything and just exfoliate it. Just get it.
Her friend, the guy, I want to know more about him. I know plenty about Tracy Kiss.
She's got videos, the whole nine.
I know plenty about her. I want to know this guy. It's one special friend she has. Because this dude's in love, man.
There's no doubt
what
about
he's
it.
thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
He's watching videos of her slathering his jisms all over her face. What else is he going to do? It's all day.
That's why I could bring over containers of it.
Tupperware containers. Here, let me burp this real quick.
Dude, it's Thanksgiving. You know he knocked out a couple Cool Whip containers. You got those, bringing those over.
Dude, I wouldn't let her bring anything to the bake sale.
There's no,
never.
I wouldn't eat at their house, period. I'm like, no, we can hang out, but I'm bringing all my own shit.
Because she would get that smile on her pretty face and say, you know, it was in that.
Then it would, just fists would be flying. I'm like, ain't about to be so pretty now. about
Tracy Kiss.
Gross.
Who?
Yeah, I'm so intrigued. There's so much that I would just want to delve into that. We could do an entire show just on that story right there.
Oh, if we could get any of them, Tracy or
I want
it's
the
not
dude.
Boyfriend. It's
I
just
want
a friend.
the dude. Yeah.
Number one,
how does that conversation break down?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, it was probably weird the first time.
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I want your stuff. It's like, okay, zip.
Sure.
Yeah.
She's
No.
Wait, I'm confused.
No, I just want your essence on my facials.
He's like,
well, yeah.
Well, okay. That's what I thought we were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to know more. We have to reach out to these people. It's incredible.
It sure is.
That's incredible.
Speaking of reaching out, or reaching around in this case.
Well, yeah.
I got some emails.
Yeah.
You want them?
Oh, I love them.
I want to throw them at you. Throw them. Parasol says, you guys haven't spoken much about the big election in America. Were you surprised? I love your show and all its comedy jokes. We don't have lots of comedies in Poland.
You know what's funny, though, about that that American stand-ups go over to Poland.
I would go. I would love to do a live show in Poland, me and you.
I would, too. I've never been there. It'd be awesome.
Well, Parasol, set that up.
I might get an AK while I'm over there. They got those things. They're in abundance. I like guns.
Why?
Because it's an AK, bro.
No, I mean, why do they have them in abundance?
Because they used to make them. There's Polish AKs like Russian ones.
Are they as good as the Russian ones?
They're close. They're close.
I would imagine they probably just borrowed their little minting thing. What do you use? What's it called? Their tool and die?
A couple of their dudes.
Yeah.
Just machinists.
Yeah.
You guys want to buff that out? Yeah, well, I was surprised by the election. I thought Hillary was going to win it, but didn't break down that way. So, yeah, we already touched on it earlier, so we don't have to really delve into it. But yeah,
and I didn't care. Just
sure. But yeah, we need to go to Poland. That's what the bottom line of that email is. Mm-hmm. We need to go to Poland.
I'm going to take that as an invite.
I am too.
Thanks, Slappy Jacks. Or what was the
reserve a Airbnb us a room because we're coming.
Anthroxy says, "Hey,
that's a little close to Anthraxy. I don't know if I'm going to like this email.
Just don't touch the paper."
Well,
Anthroxy says, "Hey, why no show last week? It's part of my Saturday routine." He even spelled it right, and I just couldn't say it.
See, Anthrax is already setting in. It's a done deal.
It's part of my Saturday routine to get on the treadmill for an hour and listen to you guys. You were probably busy blowing a couple of dudes. Oh, come on. Just kidding. I love you guys. I love yous guys, he says.
Maybe he's a New Yorker.
Could be.
Huh? And yes, we were blowing a couple dudes.
Yeah.
That takes up a
lot of time. But it wasn't gay.
No.
There's
That's practice for chicks.
It. Well, we've started our own business, Anthroxy. It's a beauty business where it tightens, it lifts and separates.
In the same vein of Tracy.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just figured
she doesn't have this corner marketed.
And you know, we're just taking it. We're taking the UK model and we're just throwing that good old American industrialization in there.
Yeah.
You know, she's got one guy. We can knock out 2 or 3 in an afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Our supply, you know, we can get it to you faster and cheaper.
Yep.
Just saying.
Nothing gay about it. It's medicine. Married with Dogs says, I love your show so much. You guys talk about the silliest things and it makes me laugh. I listen on Stitcher because I don't have internet at my house. I secretly download the show at work. I don't think they would care, but it makes me feel like I'm doing something sneaky.
That's naughty.
That is naughty at work.
You're stealing company time, thief.
Yeah.
We won't have it. Find out where you work.
We won't have it.
Nah, that's okay.
Yeah.
You got to do something. Some of those jobs are boring as shit, man.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what you do.
If you're sitting at a cubicle or something, man, I don't blame you. I would too.
Yeah.
I would too.
Now that all of our shows aren't, what do they call it? Work friendly?
No, hardly any of them.
Keep your headphones on.
Yeah.
Married with Dogs.
Yeah, you're not going to want to blast that out and about.
No, you are not. And that's it for the emails this week.
Emails.
That was quick. Thanks for loving us enough to send us an email.
Yeah.
Send us your thoughts.
It's always appreciated. Always.
Any guest ideas? Any show ideas? We'll take them. Send them to us.
Yeah, as soon as we get the new studio fired up.
Oh, man.
The guests, we're going to have them, try to have them rolling in.
And we'll have heat in there.
And and we should have a schedule of who's going to appear on the show.
Oh, my goodness.
So you can be sure to tune in.
Oh.
Yeah, big things are happening.
Almost like we're for real.
Big things are happening.
Well, we've been talking about them for 6 months.
Well, a year.
And it's finally around the corner. We can smell them.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can smell everything that Tracy's cooking.
Why don't you hit her out of the park with a Stevie Ray fact of the day?
Fact of the day.
Stevie Ray fact of the day.
SRV, or Stevie Ray, didn't cultivate much of a social life. He was always playing his guitar when he was growing up, so he didn't make a lot of friends. You know what I'm saying? Dude's busy, getting after it, becoming one of the greatest guitar legends of all time.
He locked himself in his room with a broomstick.
That's what Kanye did.
Nope.
Huh? With the Beats? Anyway. Nope. When he was 17, not 18, mind you, 17, he dropped out of high school to pursue his epic career in music. And that, my friends, is your Stevie Ray fact of the day.
Beautiful. Well done. Or should I say well read? You are well read.
Well, not so much. I can read okay.
Any closing thoughts you have? We gotta shut this thing down. Man, that was a fast hour.
Yeah, it was. That went quick.
It did.
We had a lot of good fodder, though, today. Those news stories. Well, the last one in particular was just phenomenal. Yeah. That's the best one we've ever had on the show.
I think.
There's no doubt about it.
I think so.
I'm going to bring that up again maybe next time. Or for the rest of the shows throughout
we'll
eternity.
Just read that one over every time.
Just so people don't forget. That's like Harambe. Keep it alive.
Never forget Harambe. Dicks out.
Dicks out Harambe. Unbelievable. Nope. Just relax. Everybody, take some Xanax, drink a little beer, smoke a little weed, do what you got to do. Chill out.
All I ask you to do is love somebody.